of our lives, Santa Claus has been a symbol of warmth, generosity, and wonder. But even legends carry memories they rarely speak about. One winter evening, as a quiet snow settled outside his home, Santa's closest friends gathered around, and one of them asked the question he had avoided for decades. "Santa, what was the one Christmas you feared the most?" These weren't children looking for a fairy tale. They were old companions, men who had stood beside him across countless Christmases, men who understood the cost of every long night in the cold sky. Santa removed his gloves, exhaled slowly, and with a voice etched by age and memory, he said, "There was one Christmas I wish none of you had to know about." The year was 1952, a winter remembered for its brutal winds and unforgiving cold. Santa had nearly completed his journey when a violent Arctic storm rose out of the northern seas. A storm so fierce, it swallowed the horizon and bent the very air around him. The sleigh shook, the reindeer strained, and for the first time in many years, Santa felt uncertainty settle in his chest. That night, the sky felt like it wanted to break. Among the last letters he carried that night was one written in shaky handwriting, a message filled not with joy, but with fear. "Please, if anyone finds this, my husband disappeared in last night's storm. We can't search anymore. No name, no request for presents, just a plea for help against the storm's warnings." Santa steered his sleigh toward the old mountain pass marked in the letter. The wind clouded him from every direction. Snow tore across the sky like shards of glass. Even the strongest reindeer trembled under the force of it. But Santa pressed on. Someone out there was waiting for a miracle, and I wasn't turning away. Hours passed in a blur of white. Then, through a brief rupture in the storm, Santa saw a faint flicker of light. A lantern, barely alive. Near it lay a man, collapsed on the edge of a fractured ridge, frozen, exhausted, moments away from losing the fight. He whispered, "Don't let my family wait for me in vain. I'll never forget that." Santa lifted the man onto his shoulders. The cold bit into his skin. The wind tried to tear them apart. Every step was a battle with the storm's fury, but he kept moving, pushing through the whiteout. By the time he reached the sleigh, his arms burned, his breath was raw, and the storm pressed hard enough to silence the world around him. But the man was alive. The rescued man survived the night. His family saw him again, and Santa completed his journey with a deeper understanding of the weight he carried. Back in the warm lodge, his friends sat still, listening. That Christmas taught me something. We don't just deliver gifts. Sometimes we deliver people back to hope. It was a story Santa never shared with the world until that quiet winter, surrounded by the few, knew the truth behind the legend. A night not defined by magic, but by courage, by resolve, and by the fragile humanity even Santa carries within him.